Yo, what's going on, guys? Alex Rocket here, back with another video, and today I'm bringing you guys my week 2 match of the GUU. Week 3 match. Sorry, I forgot that last week was week 1 for me, but it was like week 2 for the league because I was a replacement coach. But yeah, so it's week 3, and I'm bringing you guys my game against JBWestside. Great guy. His link to the channel and everyone else's will be down in the description below. Really excited to bring you guys some match here. And yeah, let's just get right into it. So first off, we have Yveltal, which, oh, by the way, sorry for no face cam today. Not feeling the greatest. I woke up at really early for my time in the summer. I woke up at 6:30, which is pretty early in general, but just I haven't been waking up that early at all this summer, and I had to today. So if I seem a little monotone, seem a little tired, it's why. No face cam either. I just didn't really feel like putting it up today. Not really feeling it. But yeah, so it'll be up next week with my usual lights and all that stuff. So anyways, get right into the set. So Yveltal, best bird. This thing popped off last week. Got went 5-0, and we were bringing leftovers, U-turn, dark pulse, heat wave, oblivion wing, enough speed to outspeed something. I don't really remember off the top of my head, but yeah, enough speed to outspeed something that might be I don't even know. I can't remember off the top of my head. I had this battle I built this team a week and a half ago, and I had this battle a week ago, so I don't even remember what I was doing. But yeah, it's got oblivion wing, heat wave, dark pulse, U-turn, so all offensive moves. And yeah, this thing pretty standard, nothing too crazy here. Leftovers, I didn't really want this thing getting chipped down too much, especially after last week with rocks. This thing got chipped down a lot, and I can't really as freely spam oblivion wing on his team, which, by the way, JB's team, forgot to mention, is Mega Blaziken, Magearna, Horn T, Scolipede, Tangrowth, Crocodile, Blastoise, Goodra, Heliolisk, Mesprit, and Licky Licky. So Licky definitely is a good switch in for Yveltal, so I can't really spam Oblivion Wing too freely until that thing is down. But once that thing is down, Oblivion Wing is pretty free to spam, except also on Magearna as well, which is also another big problem, along with the Mega Blaziken. So Magearna actually scared the crap out of me, and obviously Mega Blaziken did too, but Magearna did as well. That's a scary mon. So anyways, next up we have Mega Blastoise, which is just gonna be a bulky special attacker set this week with Ice Beam, Scald, Aura Sphere, and Rapid Spin. Didn't really feel the need for the Dark Pulse here. Didn't really feel it did too much. Aura Sphere to hit the Licky Licky. Rapid Spin for removal, because I don't think I brought it on anything else, obviously, because yeah, I don't have removal on anything else. So this is my removal this week in case I need it. Mega Blastoise is a pretty good Rapid Spinner. Blastoise in general is just also a really good Rapid Spinner. So yeah, physically defensive, 252, 252. Nothing too crazy here. And then we have our Deoxys Speed here, which I believe is going to be my designated lead this week. Enough speed to outspeed a +1 Adamant Blaziken, Mega Blaziken, I'm pretty sure. That outspeeds the 60. And Hasty. And we have Stealth Rock, Spikes, Ice Beam, and Fire Punch. Ice Beam and Fire Punch there just so I don't get walled by the Magearna and the Tangrowth if they switch into me. So I can do at least a little chip damage before I go down. And then Stealth Rock and Spikes obviously as my hazards. Really important this week, especially with the Spikes, to chip down the Magearna, and the Spikes and Stealth Rocks to chip down the Mega Blaziken as much as I can, along with the Torn. His team doesn't really appreciate rocks too much, so I'm expecting him to bring some form of removal. Rather than is I don't know, his removal isn't all that great. He does have Blastoise though as a spinner, so that probably would be his removal if he were to bring Blastoise. I was kind of expecting him to bring. Also, by the way, I put nicknames on these mons. I almost never do that. I got Best Burb, Yveltal, GT isn't canon, which actually didn't show up in the game. Kind of sad about it, but yeah, for any of you get that reference, nice. We got Noodles, and then we got my boy Koan X. Shout out to him. He's also in this league here with the Zygar 50%. And we have a Dragon Dance set with Outrage, Sludge Wave, and 1,000 Arrows. That 28 special attack was enough for Sludge Wave or Z Sludge Wave to OHKO the Tangrowth at +1, and then 1,000 Arrows and Outrage just for general coverage on him. His team doesn't have too many switch-ins to 1,000 Arrows, except for the Tangrowth, which is why the Sludge Wave is there. So yeah, all in all, pretty standard Zygarde set here. Hoping for it to like put in some work. And then we got Lung Disease, the Wheezing, which has Sludge Bomb, Toxic, Pain Split, and Toxic Spikes with Rocky Helmet. Rocky Helmet just because this thing is a pretty decent switch into Mega Blaziken, and there's other physical attackers like Scolipede. So I'm going to be wanting to punish them as much as I can whenever I switch in with this thing. And then just all pretty standard Wheezing set. Toxic Spikes weren't entirely needed, especially with the Magearna being on the field. I didn't really need the Toxic Spikes too much, but I just decided to throw them on there because I didn't really know what else to put. And then max physical defense and max HP. Really hitting home the fact that I need switch-ins to make it Blaziken. And then finally we have Master Shifu, the Mienshao, which has High Jump Kick, Knockoff, U-Turn, Stone Edge, and an Assault Vest, with enough speed to outspeed a Jolly Crook, I'm pretty sure. Then just max attack and the rest in HP. So no special defense at all, just enough HP, and then just wanting to take hits from things in general. I didn't really know what to do with the Mienshao set, but Mienshao in general just kind of like went in here with High Jump Kick and Knockoff, and then Stone Edge as coverage for the Torn, and then just U-Turn just to get out of there if I need to. So that's the team. I'll be right back with the battle, and I'll see you guys in a second. Alright, so here we are at the battle. Again, like I said, face off against JB. If you're not already subbed to him, which you probably are, go ahead and check his channel out in the description below. So we have, he brought everything that I was expecting him to bring except for the the regular Blastoise. Sorry. Instead, he brought Heliolisk, which was sort of interesting because that meant that if he wanted removal, it would have to be on the Torn, which obviously isn't the best defogger because it does want to switch in on rocks. But you know, other than that, I didn't really expect him to have defog on the Torn anyways, even if he did bring it as his like only removal. So I'm just thinking he has no removal this week, because he has the Heliolisk, the Scolipede, Torn T, Crook, Magearna, and Tangrowth. So another thing too that I noticed was there was no Mega Blaziken, which actually relieved me a ton, but Magearna was obviously still there, which is still gonna be a big problem. So yeah, this is a bit of a longer battle. I might speed up through some of the parts, depending on, I don't remember exactly how it went, but I do remember key parts that I know. Like you'll see him later on. Let me just skip through it here. There we go. All right, so we are challenged by Pokemon trainer James, JBWestside. Really excited. So instead of leading Deoxys, that was probably my most obvious lead. I'm going to go ahead and lead the Beltall here, make the aggressive play, and he leads straight for the Heliolisk, which also was a decent lead too, because I'm pretty sure it would just take out my Deoxys speed anyways. And he's going to go ahead and switch out a Heliolisk into Magearna, and I'm going to switch out of the Beltall and go into Colin, which is the Zygarde 50%. Now, not really too happy about staring down the Magearna. I'm not sure if he predicted that. I'm pretty sure he did. But I'm going to go ahead and then double back out because obviously I don't want my Zygarde going down right away. And just go out into the Deoxys speed. I can take a hit from this thing. It will break my Sash, yes, but it's better than letting my Zygarde take an Ice Beam or something like that, or a Floor Cannon. So we take that pretty well. I realize that he's probably not too especially offensive. I'm just going to go ahead here and click Spikes, I'm pretty sure. Spikes or Rocks, one of the two. Doesn't really matter too much. I click Stealth Rocks. Just because if the Torn wanted to come in eventually, that too, and I think I'm just gonna go ahead and click Spikes here as well. Oh no, I go straight for the Ice Beam, which is gonna do around 50 to the Crook. In hindsight, I probably should have clicked my Spikes here just so I could get them off before I died, but I did also kind of want Chip on the Crook as well. Thought it was pretty important because then I can freely send in Mienshao here and just either click like U-Turn or High Jump Kick or whatever, and it would OHKO. I'm pretty sure Knockoff was also OHKOing the Crook too, which was also nice from that range, so I think I just go ahead and click Knockoff right here. Or no, I just go ahead and click U-Turn, which is also a decent play, which again was going to OHKO the Crook. So this Scolipede that came in is already down to around 60%, as I just go straight into my Mega Blastoise. You're kind of hard walling this Scolipede, as he is going to switch out into the Oodles, which is the Tango. Doing a lot of switching here already. Now I don't necessarily predict this. I'm pretty sure I just click Scald, or whatever, as we Mega Evolve here. I may have predicted it, I'm not even sure. Yeah, no, I just clicked Scald. It was decently free, except for the Tangrowth. Probably should have predicted that, but we did get the burn, which does mean if he is running like EQ or something for one of my mons, that does like weaken him a lot, and it also weakens his knockoffs if he's bringing knockoff on the Tangrowth this week. So I just go straight into Yveltal, wanting to force this thing out, and either click like Oblivion Ring or something, but he's going to double out again, so we're doing a lot of switching here, as he's just going to go straight back into Heliolisk. He predicts me again, and the whole time I was calcing Specs Heliolisk, because that was like, Specs T-Bolt was going to kill me, and I predict that he is going to click T-Bolt, which he doesn't. He just goes straight for the Hidden Power Ice, which is going to do a ton to my Zygarde, which is not ideal. And he does what I didn't really expect him to do. I thought he was just going to click Hidden Power Ice and kill this thing, but he goes ahead and he goes into Tangrowth, which is very interesting on his part. And I click 1,000 arrows. Now, I kind of choke on this next play, because obviously I'm like, oh, perfect, I can click Z Sludge Wave and just sack this thing off and get a ton of damage on Tangrowth. Well, it doesn't really work out that way, because I misclicked and I didn't click Z Sludge Wave. I don't know how I misclicked, I don't know why I misclicked, but I just clicked regular Sludge Wave, which does around 25%. Which isn't bad damage, because now this thing is under half, but obviously with the generator, that's not going to matter too much, as he does reveal that he did have Hidden Power Ice for the Zygarde. So we are down 4-2 right, or 4-6 right now. Not looking too hot, but I do get a free switch into Yveltal here. Now, if I click Oblivion Wing, this obviously will take this Tangrowth out, as he is going to withdraw it. And if he goes to Magearna, that's like the worst case scenario on clicking Oblivion Wing, but he just does go straight into the Crook and sacks this thing off. Which is a good sack on his part, to be honest, because Crook really wasn't doing too much anymore. And I do reveal that I do have Heat Wave, which is going to OHKO the Crook anyways. I believe Heat Wave was going to OHKO Tangrowth anyways, and if he switched into Magearna, he was going to take that Heat Wave. And now he is going to go into Torn, which does take about 25% from the rocks, as he is going to click Z Hurricane here. I could have predicted this, I probably should have, because I was like, oh, regular Hurricane is going to OHKO me, so I can just really click knockoff, or not knockoff, Oblivion Wing here. But obviously, I wasn't thinking too much, and he is just going to Supersonic Sky Strike me, so we're now going to be down 3-5, which is, oh wait, no, it doesn't quite kill me, but I believe the Torn then just goes ahead and kills me here this next turn, I'm pretty sure, because if I remember correctly, Yveltal only picked up 1 kill this game, which is a far cry from the 5-0 we got last week, but that's okay. Oblivion Wing does heal me up to above half, but I don't think it saves me from another Hurricane, as he's just going to switch out here and go into Amber Combi, which is the Heliolisk, and it is going to take this Oblivion Wing nicely. Now, I don't have a good switch into Specs Heliolisk, because at this point I don't think I know if he's Specs or not. I can't remember if I had decided that or not. But eventually I did figure out that he wasn't Specs Heliolisk. Had I figured that out earlier, I would have definitely played this a little bit differently, but that's just on my part for not figuring out. T-Bolt anyways, without Specs, was going to kill me from that range, but I think I just assumed that he was going to be Specs anyways, just because it OHKO'd Yveltal. And yeah, he keeps withdrawing Heliolisk after 1 move, so I just keep assuming that he is going to be Specs, as he locks himself into T-Bolt there, and he switches out into Scolipede, as I do click Knockoff, which did kill the Heliolisk, I'm pretty sure, from that range, but he does just go ahead and sack off the Scolipede, so the Scolipede just kind of like came in here and died, didn't really do too much this game. As he goes back out into the Torn, which here I was like, okay, hold on, let me back that up real quick. You probably just noticed it or just saw it. He's in range of any attack that I click, like a knockoff, or actually I don't know about knockoff, but what else did I have? I had knockoff, high jump kick, U-turn, and Stone Edge. That was it. So I'm like, okay, I don't have a good switch in to this thing really. All I can really do at this point is just hope that he misses a Hurricane and go from there. Otherwise, if he lands the Hurricane, that's, oh well, I lose the game. But he does go ahead and he does miss the Hurricane, as you saw earlier, which that was huge. and I do click Stone Edge and I connect it. So he misses the Hurricane and I land the Stone Edge, which is a huge play. Well, not play, just huge luck in general. Like, that turned the tide of this battle for the better. So he goes to Magearna. Really wish I had my spikes up there doing a little bit more chip to Magearna, but I do go ahead and I just click high jump kick, which is going to take this thing down to about 75 or 25%, as he is just going to volt switch, which does crit me, which didn't matter like too much, I don't think, but it did kind of annoy me a little bit, because now he can go into Heliolisk and I am in range of anything really. Oh, I'm sorry, my phone's going off. You hear that? I'm going to switch out, and again, at this point, I don't think I knew that he was specs. I'm just going to sack off Wheezing, and here is when I realized that he's not specs, because I'm like, wait a minute, that should have done a lot more than I did. I'm like, oh, he's not specs. He is, he's something. I don't know. I don't even know what this thing's item was. I can't remember. But knowing that he's not specs, I can freely go back out into Mienshao. And with Regenerator, I do get back up to about 90% health, as he is forced to switch out into Magearna and sack it off to this high jump kick. Or the knockoff, actually, because the knockoff would kill the Heliolisk, but it didn't kill the Magearna, obviously. It did show that he did have Sugar Berry, though, so that was interesting. And I did just click high jump kick, killing this thing, not really want to take any risks. I could have U-turned there, wouldn't have killed it, but I just want to click high jump kick. And I basically have won the game at this point, I'm pretty sure, because high jump kick should OHKO, or kill it from this range, not OHKO. It does a decent amount, but he is going to Giga Drain. Take me about half. That's not going to heal him up enough. I just got to make sure that I keep landing these high jump kicks, and I should win the game. So, all in all, a pretty good game to JB. I do click U-turn here, just to be sure, and I do crit, which didn't matter. I do U-turn here just to be sure that I preserve the Mienshao, because I do need to win, and I also didn't want to miss the high jump kick and kill myself with it. So we do go back out into Mega Blast, which I can now freely live one T-Bolt from the Helios, which I think I was living as specs anyways, if I remember correctly, but obviously he's not specs. I don't even know what item this thing was, because I don't think I ever revealed it, but all he clicked was T-Bolt the whole time. So maybe he was like Scarf, I don't know, but the way he played it, he didn't like seem to be Scarfed too, because he kept on switching it out. Maybe he was bluffing it. I don't know. But definitely wasn't specs, which was great for me, because if he was specs, that would have screwed me over so much. So that's going to do it for this week. Great battle to JB. Honestly, I probably should have lost that one there. I didn't really make all the great plays. I stacked up my Zygarde way too early and my Yveltal. But at the same time, Hurricane is still like a 70% chance move, so it's not like it's 100%, but still the odds are in his favor. Unfortunately, it just didn't go his way, and I did also connect the Stone Edge at the same time, which was really hype. Like, that Hurricane miss literally, like, I think won me the battle there. So great game, JB. So we are now 2-1 and plus something, plus 3 maybe, 2-1 plus 3. So not a bad start, not a bad start at all. Yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching. I'll bring you guys back with me next week for week 4 GUU, which I believe I face SP Tornado, which is also another really cool guy. And I have a new league that I'm going to be joining, or revealing. I've already joined it, obviously, but I'm revealing what that league is next Sunday, July 28th. I believe that is. So be on the lookout for that. Really excited to show you guys what I have planned for my next league. We're going to be in 2 upload required leagues for the rest of the summer, all the way leading into the fall. So make sure you guys subscribe if you're excited, so you know when that video is going up, and I'll be sure to see you guys next time. Thank you so much for watching. Peace out.